Hello everyone, my name is Michael O'Connell, and today's eSchool training lesson will be on creating a synced OneNote notebook on your class site. So the first step is to go to your eSchool class site. I'll go to my test site now. And what we're going to do is create a synced notebook in my document library. So what we need to do is copy a link to this library, and you'll see why in a moment. So the easiest way to do that is just right click on this word documents here on your main site and say copy shortcut. Now we're going to create this notebook in OneNote. So open OneNote. And to create this shared notebook, go to File, New, make sure Network is selected. Give your notebook a name. I'll call this English Notes. And paste that hyperlink in the network location box. You've filled all of that out, click Create Notebook. And when you get prompted, I'm not going to bother sending an email with advertising this right now, so I'll just click on No Thanks. And once I get the check mark, I have a new synced notebook. Perfect. So I'm just going to go back to my eSchool site real quick and show you. If I refresh this web page, I now have my English Notes notebook in there. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any content at the moment. There's two ways you could edit this book. You could either start writing on it right now and build your notebook on the fly, but I find most people have much of this information that they want to share already in a local notebook, which is what I have here in English Notebook Teacher. Don't have much content, but I have a few tabs here and a few pages. I find it's best practice to copy things from your local notebook over to your SharePoint notebook. So what I'm going to do is just delete this blank section on my class site notebook. I'll hit delete here. Yes. And what I want to do is I want to share my Unit 1 Hamlet tab with my class. So to copy that over to my SharePoint notebook, I'm just going to right click on the tab here, say move or copy. Select my English Notes synced notebook, and I'm going to hit copy. Alright, now I have a copy of my Unit 1 Hamlet tab on my sync notebook. I can give OneNote a few minutes here, there we go, and it syncs on its own. Now you can see if I go back to SharePoint and I'll refresh this web page again. This actually hasn't looked any different, but it now has our new tab in there. So let me go back to OneNote. And that's that. Now some people prefer to copy over all of their tabs all at the same time and kind of have their whole notebook sitting there on their class site. Other people prefer to update them one tab at a time or even one page at a time. Say in my teacher notebook I decide I have these 3 pages, but I'd like to add a 4th one here, and I'll call this one 4th page. Hello everyone. Since this is an English class, I guess that should be a lowercase e. Now just like I copied the whole tab over, I can actually copy individual pages as well. So in this case I'm going to right click on my 4th page And again, I'll choose move or copy. And I'm going to copy that over into my English notes notebook again. And I'll put it in that Unit 1 tab. So I'll hit copy. And now in my synced notebook, I have that 4th page there again. So I can give OneNote a few seconds to sync on its own. One shortcut if you'd like it to sync right away is you can actually click on the little circle icon here, select your notebook and just say sync selected notebook, and it will also sync. And that is the basics of creating a synced notebook on your class site. Before we go, I'll show you real quick what a student sees. I'm actually just going to close this from my OneNote at the moment. So I don't have any synced notebooks in my OneNote right now. If I go to my eSchool class site, now pretend I'm a student for a moment. All the student will need to do is click on this English Notes notebook. It will open in the light version of OneNote. Just going to, I have an error message here, but I'm just going to choose open in OneNote. And this is what a student will do as well. Just click OK. And there we go. The student has their synced notebook with the 1 tab and the 4 pages. And remember, you can update this on a regular basis. As the teacher, if you want to add the Unit 2 tab again, you just right click on a tab or a page, select move or copy, click on the notebook you want to add it to, select English Notes, and I'll just say copy, and that copies my Unit 2 tab over. Give it a few seconds to sync. And there we go. That is creating a SharePoint notebook on eSchool. Thank you for listening.